take me to jail.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my lockdown. There are times when those of us who write about film have to swallow our pride and admit that there's something happening on TV which is more vital, more alive, more pressing and more exciting. And of course that something right now is the sensationally good TV adaptation of Normal People by Sally Rooney, adapted by Rooney with Alice Birch and directed for its first 6 episodes by Lenny Abrahamson and for its second 6 episodes by Hetty MacDonald.
Do your friends know about us? Just like what happened in school or whatever?
No. Joanna does. Sort of. But not the others. I don't think so. I mean, they may have picked up on something, but I never told them.
And would you be embarrassed if they found out that we were together in school or whatever?
Yeah. In some ways.
Why?
Because it was humiliating.
You mean the way I treated you?
Yeah. And just the fact that I put up with it. Did you ever think about asking me to the depths? I know it's such a stupid thing, but I'm curious whether you thought about it.
To be honest, no. Yeah, I wish that I did.
Paul Mescal and Daisy Edgar-Jones there as Connell and Marianne, who are secretly seeing each other in school, but Connell, like Peter with Christ, betrayed Marianne by not inviting her to the all-important high school dance, the Debs, and inviting some blonde high school princess instead. And why did he do that? Was it because in his secret heart of hearts he was ashamed of her nerdy, low social status? And also, in some toxic combination, ashamed of his own low financial status because his mum does cleaning for Marianne's mum. Connell and Marianne are now in college, both academic high flyers. Marianne has to come to terms with the abuse that she suffered in her family, and Connell has to come to terms with what he increasingly sees as his class upgrade and how alienated he now feels from his hometown and his community. Connell and Marianne have to decide if they're going to be friends or if they're going to be lovers again, and which of these two options is going to manage the past? Which of these two options is going to cauterize the terrible wound that Connell once caused Marianne? And what I love about the exchange that we've just seen is that it really is honest. We always talk about honesty in contexts like this, but their exchange really is rather terrifyingly honest. He asks her if she would be embarrassed if the truth about their high school relationship got out, and she asks him if he ever thought about taking her to the dance. Now, those of us poor, evasive mortals, if we were put in that situation, we might well answer, no, and yes, respectively, to those two questions. But Connell and Marianne don't. They're absolutely candid with each other. And Paul Mescal's delivery of that line, why, when she replies that she would indeed be embarrassed, there's something devastatingly powerful about that single monosyllable, the way he's having to master and swallow his own pride. I'm as big of a Normal People superfan as anyone else, but among the Normal People superfan community, there's something about this that interests only me, and it's this. Why does Connell give up sport when he goes to university? He was a sporting superstar in school, and in fact it was his performance on the football field that made Marianne fall even more in love with him than she already was. In the real world, Connell would not give up football when he went up to college. In the real world, he would continue to play, however arty he was, however literary he was, however much of a fledgling writer he was, he would continue to play sports, I'm quite certain, even if it was only for a few terms, and derive all the gratifying ego boosts from that. But Connell simply abandons it without a second thought, although there is one later scene where he's shown, rather uninterestedly, watching it on TV. Why is that? Now, a cynic would say that the author Sally Rooney has simply autobiographically projected herself onto both characters. She herself was forced at school to care or to pretend to care about the school's sporting endeavours, and when she went to university, she could just jack that in. Now, there is that, but I prefer to think of it as a deliberate or intentional effect of the drama. What's happened is that Connell has simply amputated that part of himself, and that's part of why he feels so despairing. When I first started watching Normal People, I compared it to the 90s TV drama My So-Called Life, and I intended this as the highest possible praise. But now I can see that this is actually more than that. Normal People, both as TV drama and novel, is a fully rounded work of art. It's tragic and passionate and romantic. And the final scene between Connell and Marianne in the last episode really will sweep you away. Thanks for watching this vlog. I enjoy doing it. I hope you enjoy watching it. If you do, or even if you don't, please leave a comment, tweet me, give it a like, or give it a share on social media, and of course, subscribe.